Hey everybody, JitteryJay here. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. If I set this up right, this will be airing on the 12th while I am having an angiogram done at the hospital. So I want to get a few videos lined up for you guys. Anyway, this is TENmotorsports. There's nothing like it. It says this is Mount Panorama. This is Bathhurst. We're going to check this out in a second, but first we're going to hit the like and subscribe on the original video. That's the important part, as you show support everywhere we go. Links will be in the description below, so you can do the same if you wish. That being said, let me turn this on. Make sure that's going to fit in there. Yes, good. And then let's get into this and see what we got to see. See what's going on. Anyway. Track. It better be good at remembering, but, you know. And again, I guess they have to memorize the track. Makes driving it a lot easier. So yeah. Anyway.
You know what? You never forget it. You never forget it because there's nothing like it. This is Mount Panorama. This is Bathhurst.
As soon as you head out on this mountain, it is total commitment for every single millimetre.
Looks like last cars are gridded up now.
If you can't make the judgment call 120 metres into 1,000 kilometres to just be a little bit sensible, don't start the race.
The Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000 erupts.
And the charge to turn one.
Okay, it's a great corner, second gear. The engine's right in its sweet spot. But remember, whilst you've got to carry mid-corner speed and use that exit curb, you want to get to 100% throttle early, so don't get too greedy. Don't get caught up in the moment. The moment is 6 hours later.
Side by side up mountain straight.
If I can offer you one free bit of advice, every single time you exit the pit lane, you grab your belts and you tighten them. And every other lap you think of it, you tighten them again. And after a pit stop, whether they've changed the brake pads or not, tattoo it under your eyelids. Pump the brake pedal, because if they put the pads in and you forget,
Fuel on the road.
you're a goner.
Damn. That'll be my screenshot, I think. Anyway, yeah, it makes sense. You got, anytime you change your brakes, you got to pump them just to reset them so that they're sitting the right way on the calipers. I do that every time I change my brakes. It's a habit now. Made it a habit because the one time I forgot, I almost hit somebody because I couldn't stop. So yeah, definitely got to pump your brakes after getting the brake change, because you never know whether the mechanic did it or not. So it's your job to do it, to be responsible.
Brake pedal, because if they put the pads in and you forget,
Fuel on the road.
you're a goner. Yeah, Griffin's Bend, right? It's one of the toughest on the circuit. If you don't get this one right, psychologically, you're gone for the rest of the lap.
Big hurry up.
It's about 260 on the way in, remember? And you've got to knock off 130 k's an hour. But you've got to do that on the bumps on the way in. But let me give you a tip. When you're challenging for Griffin's Bend, either make the commitment or get the hell out of it. We're approaching the cutting. If I can't tell you anything simpler than this, there is one racing line up there. Oh, make sure...
Shit. That would oh man, that would throw you off. Having a tire come at your windshield.
We're approaching the cutting. If I can't tell you anything simpler than this, there is one racing line up there. Make sure you're on the tram tracks. There is no room to put your front right tyre even a foot outside of where it needs to be.
The track is jammed.
Everybody wrecked. Hold up, back that up. It's just one car hitting.
Track is jammed.
Caused all that. Damn it, it keeps going past it.
The track is
Right there. One car caused all that. That's insane.
jammed.
Idiot, I'm sorry.
When we come up to Reed Park, you need to hug the wall. Put the car right over there, hard on the wall, but be careful. Don't overuse the curb on the inside. It'll feed you into the wall.
Drama here.
This is a great part of the circuit where we go from going up the hill and we transform to going down the hills. And no more beautiful sight than your revs in front of you. Bang, 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 bang. So we're out of Reed Park and now we're going to head down to that damn grate, right? It's a horrible, dirty drain up against the wall on the right-hand side of the circuit. Now, the problem here is you've got to commit really, really early. And you don't know, because nowhere in Australia does your front tyre and your car get more downward load than at the grate. You don't know way back then if your power steering is going to suffer it or it's going to give up and feed you into the fence. So we've got through the grate. We're now heading through Sulman to McPhillamy Park. This is Mount Panorama. This is where you need to be thinking corners
I can see why they call it that. Look at those views. That is sick.
through the grate. We're now heading through Sulman to McPhillamy Park. This is Mount Panorama. This is where you need to be thinking corners ahead of where you are. You can't see the roadway up ahead, but you're going to average from the cutting all the way to Skyline around 200 kilometres an hour. This ain't kids' play.
Big moment.
So you've got through the top of the mountain, you've done the tough driver stuff. Now, throw that bit away, you're going to be a ballerina.
That's the view from Sky.
Throw that bit away. You gotta be a ballerina. All them hooks and curves. It's coming up. You see it?
Now, throw that bit away, you're going to be a ballerina.
That's the view from Skyline. Go for break time.
You're going to need to dance all the way down through the S's
The descent starts.
until you arrive at the dipper. And when you get to the dipper, yeah, sure, it looks really cool with two wheels hanging up in the air. You can't get the throttle on, can you, with two wheels in the air?
Right.
Get the thing back on the deck. And the moment your rear tyre hits the ground is the same moment your right foot hits the firewall. Now weave through the concrete walls, but don't get too clever and trying to get an inch away from them. There's nothing to be gained by doing that.
Ouch. We almost went over the wall. Jesus, look at all the damage on that car. That's insane right there. That's wow. And that's why we have roll cages in them cars. That reason right there, smashed the whole car up and he still should be safe.
Forest elbow. This is the second time and the only other time in the lap that you're not going to feel your front tyres. You're going to come over the little crest there, downhill, and 1.5 tons she won't want to pull up.
Oh, look at this.
So this is where you need to be really measured, slow it up, because your big drama here is going to be understeer. The car does not want to turn there.
They're tagging.
For goodness sake, Be aware of what's going on around you. If there's one gap you can leave open for your competitors, it's right there. Think about this. You need to either position yourself out right, commit yourself to Conrod straight and your top speed, or you're going to need to defend, because that is one of the great spots for attack. And if you're going to defend, there is nothing surer you are going to compromise your straight line speed. So if you're going to defend, you defend. You block him, you pull him up, so you get your foot to the gas first.
This is wild. This is as fast as it gets.
300 kilometres an hour.
Now, I don't care what cars you've driven in your career or where you've driven them. There is nowhere else that you're going to go where a tonne and a half of race car at 300 kilometres an hour actually feels like a tonne and a half of race car at 300 kilometres an hour. And you're approaching what is the fastest corner in Australian motorsport, the Chase. You want a tough bit of roadway? That's it. You want to talk about commitment? This is it. You come down here and you'll see there's a metre of tarmac that's been laid down on the left-hand side of that for you to use every single millimetre of it. If for one lap you do not go out there and use...
I stand corrected. That's why there's roll cages in them cars. Right there.
That is an almighty crash.
You're going to compromise your lap time and compromise your result. So you need to use that every lap. And why do you need to do that? You need to get the car around there. At 300 kilometres an hour, do not lift your right foot off the throttle until the car is squared up, and when it is, and only then, you put your foot on the brake and you push it so damn hard that you want to bend the brake pedal.
He goes, he's into the side of him. They run into each other. He's blocked out brake. He's going to redress. He's going to redress.
Oops.
Oh,
Now they're both out.
This is huge in Australian motorsport.
Last corner.
I like that move.
So you've
He immediately put it in reverse and backed it out of the track. I like that move. That was quick thinking.
This is huge in Australian motorsport.
last corner. So you've got 6 kilometres of the 6.213 kilometre circuit done. Do not get it wrong here.
This kid is going to win this thing today.
Finish the job right now.
Will Davison might get this done. Nothing in it. He wins it by a car length.
So that defines this mountain. That defines this race. Do you want to win it? Everyone wants to win it. If you can't first beat the mountain...
It's not just the track. Look at all that stuff you got to remember about the track. You don't just have to remember where the turns are. You got to remember the bumps, the dips, the grate he was talking about. Yeah. You got to know where those little half turns are. Where he's got that 300 written down there on the left-hand side. That little half turn right there. That little jog to the right. You got to remember where all that stuff's at. That is insane. 161 laps. So you get through all that 161 times for 1,000 kilometers. Jesus.
You will... If you can't first beat the mountain, you will never win this race.
That's just crazy. Holy cow. Yeah, definitely enjoyed this one. This was an interesting watch, you know. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by what's on the screen. I thought this was a great video. I would love to hear what you guys thought about it in the comments. Let me know what else I got to check out, and I will get there as soon as I possibly can. If you're still here and haven't done so yet, I'd be ever so grateful if you'd hit the like and subscribe before you go. It goes a long way towards helping the channel grow and yeah, it's like I said, it's really appreciated. That being said, that's just about going to wrap up this video. It is off to the next one for me. I hope to see you guys there as well. I love you guys. Peace. Hey guys, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here at JitteryJay.